Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. We're going to be doing some more Fate Grand Order, specifically the end of Summer 3. End of Summer 9, leading into Ordeal Call 3, which has yet to be released, but this remaining piece of the event somehow ties together. I don't know exactly how just yet. I'm going to experience that for myself. Real quick. Sorry, gotta fix something. There we go. That way I'm looking the correct direction. Hello, Neko Cat. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Phil Beebe's meter and see. Well, I've done that, but I didn't read the cutscenes that lead to why. So we're gonna find out why. So we've got sections 11, 12, 13, and I believe a side event, because there's a couple of those that pop up each summer. We've already done some, like the Pursue Lukiamat. We're going to do the Dubai's White Walls and Black Bikinis. That sounds fun. And maybe because I just see the word bikini, I'm like, yeah. Last we left off, yeah, we have been exploring old Dubai and learning to haggle, I guess, is the thing there. You have yet to get CL, but they're still next week due to the long banners. Yeah, we still haven't gotten the second banner, right, with Tenochtitlan or any of that stuff. Yep. Happy to be here again. Couldn't catch the other parts live because sleep deprivation and catching up on lots of sleep. Well, I am glad to see you here and glad that you have slept. Those are both very, very good. Oh, they're Friday, so they're... This is Friday. Wait, no, today's Saturday. You mean next Friday? That's a long time from now. I'm surprised. Meanwhile, if you guys don't know, Nikkei Goddess of Victory is having a really amazing event as well. I wish I could share that with you. The views... I don't know. If you guys actually wanted to see me do more Nikkei, that's one thing. Because the last thing I want to do is tank my channel's metrics by like focusing exclusively on like live streams and things, even though I enjoy them. You know, it's confusing. I don't want to hurt the channel. That's really all I'm afraid of at this point. Shopping with the Kuru faction of the Mahabharata. Yes, Karna, Duryodhana, Ashvataman. At first you said Ash, and I'm like, I wanna be the very best. Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? But yeah, let's see what the old Dubai adventures take us for. They've announced Xenoblade 2 for the Switch 2 in 4K, and I'm excited for that. But they also said that they were going to give Pirate and Mithra new outfits, and I was kind of excited about that, but had kind of a feeling that it were going to be pretty lame. And in my opinion, they are pretty lame, because it's just more of them wearing skin-tight bodysuits. It's not the same if you show cleavage cutout or potential midriff, but there's a white bodysuit underneath. You don't actually see the skin. Are you joking? How am I joking? About Nikkei? Oh, okay, sorry. Well, you're a very good channel viewer. I don't know how to put that better. I am honored to have your support, and I do like that you would watch, and so that's nice. That is nice. I mean, of course, I'm going to cover the lore of that stuff. I in fact just recorded another 2 hours in the closet recording my next big Nikkei lore, which tells the story of, what is it? Eden's Spear and Goddess Fall. I still have to give you guys the new public Nikkei lore as well, but for my own sanity, because I've been streaming all week, I've been not releasing regular videos so that I don't I spread out my upload content, you know? So that's the dream, that's the goal. But yeah. The Honkai Star Rail Fate event. As much as I want to do that, I haven't played Honkai Star Rail much since the last time I streamed the event. So shame on me. I am not in a position to stream the Honkai Star Rail stuff, even though I am interested. I think it is cool that we have Reen, Ishtar, or otherwise. Like your avatar's brown hair, especially the braid in your avatar's right ear. Never noticed until you watch one of your videos. Yes, dai-chan has a braid on his left, and dai-chan's got it on the right. So it changes depending on whether it's kun or chan. I don't know, I like the braid. I like the braid. I think it looks cool. I did send you a friend request. Check it out if you want. I'm the Gudako with the message. Read Negima and Yuku holder set. Okay. Well, since we literally just started, let me go ahead and skip, return to materials, and do that real quick. Let me see if I've got a friend request from you. Friend request. Where's the message? Does everybody even have a message? I'm not seeing messages. Am I just blind? Cool, love your Nikkei lore. Just don't overstretch yourself and doing more than you can stomach to do. No, I'm just spreading it out intelligently. Admittedly, Ari-chan and I are considering potentially having kids, or a kid. So that's another thing I need to be able to balance in my life once it comes to that. But I think it's possible. I think it's possible to do. Just gonna look a bit different. Certainly for a little while. But I am reaching the point where I think a lot of this channel is more me doing what I want to do, and not necessarily trying to make it like the biggest bank thing ever. But, okay, so you said Gudako with the message. Why are there no messages? Is this you? Is this you? Am I looking at Gudako with... It is a big step, but I've also realized, you know, I'm like almost 37, and it's like, it's time, I think, to some degree, that I have a lot to offer to a new generation. No message? So that wasn't you. Okay. If it were a different name than Gudako. Let's see here. All these people have been logging in very consistently. I want to find somebody who hasn't been. You haven't logged in for 11 days. I will deny your request on that basis alone. Even I wind up logging in every day just to get the logins. Here you go. Okay, let's do that. Friends and following. How do you do that? User search. There we go. 259 957 537. I think this was the same Gudako I was just staring at, dude. It just, for whatever reason, didn't display your message. I think maybe it shows it when you're already friends, but not beforehand. I don't know. Anyway, confirm support. Wait, no. No, friend request. There we go. Request already received. So there you go. Took care of that. I'm doing fantastic today. How about you? We're going to get reading the story. Another weeb child into the world? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, knowing me, just how crazy would it be if, because I'm such an otaku, that whatever kid I have is just like, oh, Dad, that's so lame, you know, and they want to go do other things like sports or something, and I'd be like, I have zero experience with that, but okay, let's see what we can do here. You know? But I mean, I do feel like, to a certain extent, you know, I've enjoyed so many other things. Like, when I went to Anime Expo, I realized it's like, I've gone to so many anime conventions now that I'm kind of getting diminishing returns on my enjoyment of all of it. Some of the beauty, then, would, I think, be to be able to share all these cool things to somebody who's never experienced them before. If that makes any sense. And I think being able to share that with somebody is a whole other realm of awesomeness. You watch specific anime on my list? Well, my anime list has all anime, or almost all of them, so I don't know. What is your list then? I'm watching Mushoku Tensei right now. I'm watching the new Ghost in the Shell, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they added the scene with Motoko being lesbian on the boat with the girls. Even though it's technically censored from the manga. But when you consider the fact that the manga, most versions of the manga, just cut that scene out entirely, oh, it's so sad. Child of two geeks who watch anime, and I turned out to be one too. Well, that's fine. That's what I would hope. It would be a huge advantage to me if that were the case. I certainly wouldn't have to explain to, like, a daughter why, like, I have wall scrolls and figures of, like, hot anime chicks everywhere. And then eventually maybe that same daughter will come up to me and is like, isn't she in high school? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but believe it or not, I was in high school too at one point. I don't know. It's very confusing. And it's like one of those things that you just have to kind of get. Another Ghost in the Shell, but this one's actually based on the manga. For once. It's the only one that's ever been accurately based on the manga. So that's cool. I'm excited for that. Or I'm enjoying it so far. What else is Mushoku Tensei? There was that one that's like, I want to love you till your dying day. It's like a cute little Yuri. Kind of a morbid Yuri, actually, because it's like a world in which wizards are forced to fight, kind of like child soldiers, and they can transfer their magic, mana transfer style, through kissing, and it's like, oh, good, you know, so, yes. Yep. Yeah, I too have gotten Ghost in the Shell fatigued up the wazoo, if this weren't a return to form, but rather just another weird interpretation of the existing material. It's like, no, I was okay with that up to Standalone Complex. That was a good show, and then anything after that. Sailor Moon was one of your childhood anime? Same here. Before I even knew what anime was, it just looked different than any other cartoon, and me being a boy was like, oh, should I feel ashamed for liking this? Are people gonna bully me or whatever? And then wanting toys and stuff, and then realizing the only toys they had at Sailor Moon were like kind of like Barbie dollish. I'm like, oh, am I gonna get judged? I had like a older teenage cousin who seemed kind of judgmental about that. And I'm like, I don't know. At a certain point, I just said, fuck it. And then you realize, oh, I like girls. I like girls a lot, and so that kind of explains a bit too. Yeah, Standalone Complex was good. It was more like Arise, and then that CG one that just started getting, like, overboard. I talk about pretty much all of them in my Shiro Masamune waifu files, so I do recommend that. But, yeah. Jadugar, a witch in Mongolia. Interesting. I'm also watching, what is that one called? Red River, which is based on an older manga. It's an isekai about a girl who gets sucked into what looks kind of like Mesopotamia. I think it actually might. I think there's something like the goddess Ishtar in that story or whatever. You know, I just saw a post on the internet today about Winx Club and how Winx Club has in its opening a shot that is almost like shot for shot exactly how Saint Seiya does part of its opening. The manga's good. Unfortunately, the Red River anime is clearly low budget and pretty... It deserves better. It absolutely deserves better. It looks very sloppy, very cheap. YouTube didn't notify you? I'm sorry. Yeah, YouTube's doing that. And then apparently I'm starting to realize that sometimes it might just be better for me not to notify all my subscribers with every video I upload, because if most people are anticipating a Fate video, and I upload a Nikkei video, a lot of the Fate viewers are going to be like, no, I'm not going to watch that. YouTube sees that and thinks, oh, your video sucks, and then it's not going to show it to other brand new potential Nikkei fans. Anatolia story in Germany? Interesting. Yeah, after 20 minutes. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. What other stuff am I watching? I feel like there might be more. I haven't started it yet, but there's this one about, like, women playing fighting games, which sounds kind of fun. Will you play Limbus Company? I feel like I've been asked that, like, a million times before, and I probably just don't have any immediate interest in that. I love that 8 a.m., and I'm still sad I missed the manga when it was still in print. 8 and I? What? 8 and I? I think that might be a typo. I'm not sure what that means. Is the anime fighting game one good? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, like I said. But it looked hella interesting, so I will be watching it. One of the reasons I haven't gotten caught up on my anime is because Ari-chan's been away for like the past 2 weeks on a work trip. How was your CL poll? I dumped in... How much was it, guys? Like 700 Qs, SQ or something? Was that how long or how many it was to finally get her? I got 5... Nikki Teach, which I am not even remotely ashamed of. I am happy. Yep. I think that's what I'm watching this season. There might be more, but I've kind of forgot. I'm also still trying to watch a lot of old retro shows whenever I have the chance. You get a PS5 for your birthday and you start playing Stellar Blade. Yes, I like that game a lot. I'm excited for the second one. I'm not going to buy another PlayStation console if, if they go forward with the no physical discs thing. Do I like any aspects of Winx? Was that Disney Channel or Cartoon Network? I don't think I ever grew up on that as a kid, so I didn't watch it, even though I could tell it was clearly kind of anime-ish. I'm probably more of like a Totally Spies guy, but even then, that was a show that wasn't regularly available to me on cable. You're almost at Pity and still didn't get her? Yeah. Yeah, for whatever reason in Nikkei, Cinderella's summer form didn't want to come to me. I kept rolling, I got like 5 spooks. Probably like 5 SSR spooks that were not her, on her banner. And then I do 110 roll on the new Matisse one and I get a character instantly. So I was like, oh. Weird. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Oh, Winx Club was on 4Kids, so maybe I guess I just didn't watch it, or maybe it started to come out when I was less inclined to watch cartoons on cable. I know I was definitely more indoctrinated to, like, Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold is, like, one of the coolest shows. It's so fucking smart for kids. Code Lyoko is a new season. I may have heard that, but yeah. I also know that we're getting a new Avatar beyond that animated film, where it's like a younger little girl or whatnot who's the new Avatar, past Korra or something. But yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna say no chatting, but I'm gonna get to reading the story now, or we'll never get done. Oh, I should be able to find all sorts of rare and unusual tea leaves here. What a treat. Yeah, my wife watched the leaked version of that Avatar film, and it seems like it was cool. I still need to watch it. I certainly think it's a hell of a lot better than the live action, which I'm not too thrilled with. Speaking of treats, Lord Rikyu, please don't forget to also pick up some dried fruits to go with them. You guys love your dried fruits in this story. What a wonderful selection of medicinal herbs. These could be just what I need for that new elixir I've been cooking up. Avatar twins. Oh, they're twins. Okay. Oh, hi, you guys are here too, huh? I think that's a cool idea, the twins. Some people are like, we're never gonna get a male Avatar again, are we? And part of me is like, I don't think we ever realized we were gonna get more Avatar, period, at a certain point. Heard what was bad? What section is this? This is section 11? You can probably guess what I'm doing here. Don't tell me, you're wondering where my fellow spicy food aficionado is, right? She went off on her own, and no, I forgot you liked spicy food. She said something about how such mild spice couldn't be all the world-famous spice soak had to offer. Okay, yeah, it was a typo, yeah. She went off to see if she could find anything... Oh, he could find anything spicier in the back alley stores. Who is she talking about? You just said he, and now you're saying she. She's probably infiltrating some secret spice shop now to get his hands on the hottest seasoning he can find. I'm not going crazy. She's jumping between pronouns. Is this character non-binary or fluid or something that I'm not aware of? Anyway, if you see her, give him my regards. What the fuck? What's going on? I'm so confused. I don't even know which character this is. You'd mentioned that you're sad you missed the chance to buy Red River manga when it was available in print. Is it no longer available in print? I love when things like that get a reprint. Like, I'm buying the new reprint of Gunsmith Cats. So far, there's only been, like, one omnibus. This is Era Tsutsumi, but I don't know who she's talking about. How are your anniversary poll? I didn't go for the anniversary stuff, so that's that, I guess. And by give her my regards, I obviously mean tell him to get enough for me, too. The amount of mental gymnastics I think I would have to do to say that sentence and keep changing the gender stuff. Like, naturally. Like, I could read it off a script, but I would never talk to someone casually where I'm also simultaneously jumping back and forth in the same sentence. The Silent Mobius manga. Yeah, that sucks sometimes. It's weirder with anime, because for as much as I would love to buy a bunch of retro DVDs, DVDs themselves are such shit technology that I would much prefer them on Blu-ray. That almost any old show I would love to buy the Blu-ray version of if we got them. But only select discotheque releases are really choosing to pursue that route. That's strange. I thought you'd be surprised to find me working at a spice shop. Well, instead of a chocolate shop. And yet you're looking at me as though it makes perfect sense for me to be here. Well, yeah. I think we have a pretty good idea of how you ended up in this position. So, what brings you to this shop? What else? We're here to buy some spices. Do you have any particularly truly premium spices? Something worthy of a royal figure like myself? This shop carries nothing but spices, so yes, of course we do. Particularly premium and worthy of royalty. How about this? And now the real battle begins. Well, this is not a rip-off per se, but it's still far higher than it should be. Lower it. Oh, right into haggling then. How foolhardy, even insolent. Do I like Temu? Like the website where you buy stuff? I've never really actually done it. Still, I commend you for your bravery. Also your faint but unmistakable kingly aura. Oh, does that mean you'll give us a discount? I never said that. I am Amor, the god of love and judgment. I'm one of the chosen few who excels at asset management. What does that have to do with anything? Where did the judgment part come from? Take a look at my class. Alright, we can't get an accurate read on classes here in Dubai, can we? So if you wish to make a request of me, you should know that I'm going to ask in return, right? Or what I'm going to ask. Art thou prepared to undergo my trial? 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 Trial! 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 Ah, it's so bright! You already had sunglasses. Damn it, I can't see a thing! Can't you turn that down and just let us do this like normal people? I was hoping to at least project an air of grandeur and majesty. Oh, fine. So what kind of trial did you have in mind? If you want me to lower my prices, you'll need to demonstrate how much you love spices. So for this trial, I bet none of you even imagined anything so innovative existed. You'll need to eat super spicy curry. Oh. Okay, Master, time for lesson 2. Sometimes the seller will offer a proposition in exchange for lowering the prices. I feel like they're doing that too much. Generally speaking, it's fine to accept them. However, the important thing is to make sure you only do so when you can sweeten the deal for yourself even further. So on that note, of course we'll accept. Really? I haven't even explained the basic rules yet. How very brash of you. Anyway, your trial is to eat every last bite of curry, which I will make with my secret stash of spices. I find it extremely mild, but, well, I cannot speak for the uninitiated. Do I like tan-skinned waifu? Hells to the yeah, I do. So we just gotta eat some spicy food? Leave this one to me, boss. Ashvataman. It's okay, boss. I know what you're gonna say, and I already accounted for it when I volunteered. I see. Very well, then. Tell me this, shopkeeper. Approximately how spicy are you planning to make this curry? And how much of a discount are you going to offer? Since this curry is mild for me, I'd put it about a level 10 in terms of spiciness. I think that's worth a 20% discount. Understood. Then make it twice as spicy, but in exchange, I want you to give us 50% off. That much? Are you sure about this? It's like I told you, Master. Accepting the seller's proposal for a discount, as it was given, is a rookie mistake. If that's all the backbone you can muster, you'll be a sitting duck for any bullshit package deals they want to upsell you. A truly first-class haggler knows how to appear to accept the seller's proposal, only to turn it to their advantage. And I had a pretty good feeling the boss was going to say something like that, which is why I told him not to sweat it. I see. Level 20 is just spicy enough that it's effectively dipping a toe in our divine realm. Alright, I accept. These numbers all sound very abstract. Are you sure about this? The only thing you need to handle spice is the guts to push through the pain, and I've got those in spades. No way am I gonna lose here. The fires of rage burning in my blood will consume any spice thrown into them. Well said, Ashvataman, brave son of Drona. This match should be easy for you. Go on then, I'm counting on you. Who is the person who Eris was talking about again? Who are we talking about? She left, so now I don't even get to find out. That curry smells really good. It's ready. Hold on while I serve some. Too bad you take one bite and your taste buds no longer work. Incidentally, I decided to serve it with rice rather than naan. Hey, Master. I'm fairly sure Ashvataman has this in the bag, but I'd also like to avoid a worst-case scenario, just in case. Unless it's going to be revealed later. Is there anything you can do to give him an advantage? Well, I've heard lassies are good for this sort of thing. That's it? What about, I don't know, keeping some hired thugs on hand to jump out if it seems like he's going to lose? How is that going to help? The hired thugs are just going to force the food down his throat until it kills him? Is that what we're talking here? Because he still has to be the one to do it. And have them mess everything up so no one can tell for sure what the outcome would have been? No, I'm not going to do that. Well, I guess we don't have time to get that deep into it with them already about to start. So I guess I'll just follow your lead and do whatever little things I can to help him out. Milkshake flavor? Oh, like favorite? That's a good question. I don't know. With milkshakes, it can be a lot of things. I like trying them. I mean, generally just like vanilla. Maybe some caramel. As long as it's not salted caramel. I don't like salted caramel. I just like actual like sugar caramel. I don't need it to like balance out the savory with the bitter or some bullshit like that. Okay, it's ready. Dig in. Ha! I've had my share of spicy curry. Who do you think invented it? Blow it out your ass! Shiva, give me strength! Piece of cake. Is anyone else worried? I mean, that was one bite. Chocolate milkshakes. Yeah, I find sometimes the chocolate can be very overpowering. I'd almost rather like a vanilla with like a chocolate fudge in it. That way I get little bits of the chocolate and not just like a whole douse of it. Salted chocolate. Yeah, no, don't salt the stuff. I just like sweets for sweets. And I don't know why, but now it seems like you can't find caramel anywhere unless it's salted. Like it's just become the norm. Like how you can't seem to find white chocolate apart from raspberries. It's like, no, just give me white chocolate, goddammit. I don't want white chocolate raspberry in my flavor. Just give me like a white chocolate ice cream. By itself. That sounds delightful. Don't worry, I can see his warrior spirit burning strong and stubborn. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was fighting for his very life. All for some goddamn spices. I understand, sometimes even if your chances of winning are slim. Once you've set foot on the battlefield, you have to fight to the bitter end. For some reason, if I eat too much chocolate ice cream, or in this case milkshake, I get sick to my stomach. Even if it tastes good, I always have that problem. So I have to be careful. Cookies and cream ice cream? That depends. It depends, because sometimes cookies and cream is like literally like chunks of like Oreo in there. And I actually don't like that. I don't like chunky ice cream. If you can find a way to distill the flavor into just the cream itself, then it sounds dope. People do this with salt and watermelon. Why? No! Watermelons aren't even that sweet anyway. My problem with Frosties is that unlike a regular milkshake, they're kind of got like ice chunks in them. It's more of like a smoothie than it is like a proper like milkshake or ice cream treat. The crystalline aspect of it isn't as fun for me. Surprised CL isn't involved in the shenanigan. You would think, right? Stand strong and fight hard to your last breath, brave warrior. I'll make sure you don't die alone. Alone? You're gonna kill somebody else? Of course, there was a fight somehow, which made no sense. A smooth shake? Well, a milkshake is just ice cream and, like, milk and stuff in a drink form. But if it's, like, ground up ice cubes in it, which I think is kind of what they do with a Frosty, then I don't care for that as much texture-wise. I'd prefer it, like, have melted or something first. That all you got? Oh, you can do this, Ashwataman. Hang in there. I know you have it in you. You're as strong as they come. I've seen it firsthand. Then Hey, shopkeep. You mind if I stand up? You know how spicy food just makes you want to get up and move around sometimes, right? I understand. That's fine as long as you don't let go of the plate. Good, she agreed. Boss, master, I got a favor to ask. This curry's a more formidable foe than I thought, but I'm sure as hell not gonna lose. But to win, I'm gonna need the rage flowing through me to burn hotter than ever. Oh, that's why we fought him. That's why I want you to attack me. I know I can beat this thing as long as I've got the exhilaration of combat hyping me up. Are you serious? You'd really go that far? He would. Look at him. That's the face of a man who has never been more serious in his life. Ashwataman's more than just an unstoppable incarnation of pure destruction. He's also a first-class tactician, well-versed in the art of strategy. So if this is what he says he needs, it must be crucial to his success. Alright, here goes. Wait, if this really is necessary, I can pitch in too if it's not enough, but I bet it will be. Leave it to me, I'll help too. This gets stranger by the moment, but if this is what we truly need to do, then alright. Besides, I can understand how encouraging self-inflicted pain can be. You do? Why? Why do you know that? Just what I'd expect from you. From you, Karna. Great strike. Keep it up. Alright, let's dig in. It's actually working. I can't believe it. More. I need more. Don't worry if you accidentally hit me for real. It'll take way more than that to kill me. Alright, Curry, get ready, because you're going down the hatch. Jesus, fuck, this is weird. Bravo. You did it. You ate the whole thing. Alright. Way to go, Ashwataman. I knew you had it in you. Though, not without it taking its toll. Damn it. That all you got? I ate spice like this for breakfast. Incredible. He sprawled out on the ground, but he's still digging away at the floor with his spoon. That's Ashwataman for you. He's got more guts than anyone. Anyone. Even Ku. That made a fine show of appetite indeed. In fact, it's made me a little peckish myself. Am I going to finish the story this stream? Yes. The summer story. Obviously not the Ordeal Call one, because that's not available yet. As promised, you may now purchase this deluxe spice set for half price. That's the blood, sweat, and tears discount. Thank you for shopping with us. By the way, if any of you happen to know where I can find some of the top-secret ultra-spicy seasoning, rumored to only be available in the city's blackest of black markets, I would be most grateful if you told me. Sodium ions can suppress the pathways that transmit bitter and sour signals, smoothing out harsher or bitter undertones, often found in ingredients like dark chocolate, citrus, or unrefined sugars. That's why it's salt and not just more sugar. No, I just want sugar. I'm sorry, but I've never accepted that. I can taste the salt, and it tastes salty, and I don't like that. Dai, at least we're not fighting the curry, like Musashi's damn udon. Yeah. Or an embodiment of it, right? I don't think we actually fought, like, a bowl of noodles, like, literally. I can't remember that. But we definitely fought Musashi herself. I would be most grateful if you told me. Ooh, there. The world's finally starting to look normal again. Thank you for putting yourself through that. That turned out to be one heck of a lesson. Can you answer my question about self-inflicted pain? What about it? Oh, I don't know. She's the one who called it self-inflicted pain. I can't explain her logic. I may have employed some unusual tactics, but this now makes 2 successful negotiations in a row. In fact, I'd say I've demonstrated the principles involved masterfully. But it's me, so that's no surprise. I guess it's self-inflicted if you intentionally allow others to attack you or encourage them to do so. The udon Musashi cooked in the Grail morphed into the boss of that summer event. Correct. That's what I do remember. Now we can go to the next event. The old soak in peak condition. The next event? What does that even mean? Happiness. Clothes and happiness. Talk about a market with personality. I mean, it's just fabric. Oh, of course, you guys wouldn't say it's just fabric. Oh, and you, even though you only got roped into it from a doujin club. And I just hate you. Get out of here. You red turban piece of shit. Here, let's try this shop. And when I say red turban, I'm specifically referring to the Red Turban Rebellion of Three Kingdoms era China. Here, let's try this shop. Welcome! We've got all kinds of beautiful textile goods here. What would you like? It's so weird seeing these guys wearing these, like, futuristic-ass looking sunglasses, because they never show their faces. Oh, right, you're right. It's a yellow turban. My bad. It's red hair, yellow turban. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, you'd think I'd played enough Dynasty Warriors to know that, but I kind of mixed it up. I hate the old Chinese man because he's a piece of shit in the story, primarily. A perfectly normal store owner? I'm not as willing to forgive all the people that were our antagonists at one point. Wait, what am I saying? I shouldn't be surprised. Normal is supposed to be, normal. Which is exactly why this place is perfect. Master, you've got your eye on that cloth pouch set, don't you? Don't try to deny it. I noticed you looking at it longingly. Those were the eyes of a woman mulling over whether or not to take the plunge on something nice. Yeah, I guess I was. You can tell. How could I not? Well, the Dioscuri I find, well, one of them, attractive enough that I don't care. It really does help if you're hot. How could I not look? Now, by my estimation, this set is priced well beyond a rip-off range. So you're gonna haggle it down to something reasonable. Now that I've given you a masterclass in how it's done, this should be easy, right? Sure, I could just buy it myself, but where would the fun be in that for you? No, the greatest happiness can be found in this soak, or to be found in this soak, lies in finding something you want and striking a bargain for it yourself. And what kind of soak guide prince would I be if I didn't let you experience that joy for yourself? I guess there's no substitute for haggling yourself. Okay, I'll try. Oh, there was a Red Turban Rebellion. Well, the one I'm referring to was in fact the yellow, so you caught me on that. You're absolutely right. Forgives if hot. I mean, depends on how bad you are, right? Fate Grand Order has kind of a weird way of making the things you do not that important because it was just a Lost Belt or just a Singularity, and then the characters come back like it was no big deal. Even the ones that got hurt, like Canis, for example. Canis was tortured, beaten the fuck up, and treated like shit. But I don't think she gives a shit anymore. You finished or do you call one, and Duryodhana is by far one of your least favorite servants. Like, he's so bad that he made Okeanos... You like Okeanos Jason more. Ooh. Why do you not like him so much? Is it his visual design, his personality, whatnot? Didn't Kiara try to absorb the entire Earth? Yeah, into her vagina. At least in CCC. She's got the whole world in her cooch. She's got the whole world in her cooch. She's got the whole world in her cooch. If you wait long enough, the turbans change color. Well said. I'm not a fan of him myself. Just don't forget how kind and considerate I can be, even after you get back to Chaldea. So you're interested in this pouch set, miss? Very well. I can let it go for this much. How does that sound? Surely you must be joking, miss. I'd go out of business if I let my wares practically walk out the door like that. This is the best I can do. Still not enough? You're good. Thank you for shopping with us. What a lovely set of pouches you purchased, Master. So did you have them gift-wrapped because... These are souvenirs for Da Vinci, the director, and all the rest of the staff. What a lovely idea. I'll have to try looking for some souvenirs myself if I can find the time. Every soak we've been to has had such wonderful things for sale, haven't they? His personality. He came to me as a spoiled brat and a man-child who thinks the world revolved around him. Fair enough, he does kind of think that way. I know what you mean. I wish I'd stocked up on more chocolate dates when I had the chance. If you just want sugar, there are better ways to get it. The ones I bought earlier are almost gone. This was a very good market, full of life and laughter. Cutting-edge buildings like the Dubai Mall are great. But there's just something about seeing all these historic shops lined up together that just warms the cockles of my heart. Very well, you've got a deal. Thank you. My impeccable negotiation skills pay off once again. A beautiful white cloth, acquired in an absolute steal. Now then, Karna, come here. I've got something for you. I happened to find this very nice cloth at the store there. If you add it to your summer outfit, it should shield you from the sun and sand. Here, put it on. My aesthetic sense demands it. Alright, thank you. There we go. It suits you perfectly. Just as I knew it would. Hey boss, check out this belt. Doesn't it look just like the one Dusana wore when he dressed up to impress a woman? Dusaha, maybe? I still remember how bummed he looked when he came back after she said it looked like a rat died on his waist. Oh yeah, it just looks like that. It looks just like that belt, doesn't it? You like Medusa for her sheer unluckiness in Gouda Gouda events? Why Gouda Gouda events specifically? Alright, I'll buy it for you, Ashvataman. Huh? Hell no! Tenochtitlan was right. It may be our first time here, but there really is something nostalgic about this market. There's so much energy there, but it's also kind of relaxing. I'm not sure how it manages to be all those things at once, but it does. I hope I can hone my haggling skills to the point I can go shopping on my own one day. That's why you enjoy Azula from Avatar as a villain more. It's clear she was raised to be an evil prick, so I don't feel bad when karma turns against her. I mean, yeah, fair enough. It's really funny, because right now a lot of people hate Siyuin from Nikkei, but I always liked her because she's a total brat. And now we're figuring out how she became a total brat in this new event. It's quite fascinating. We had a lot of fun at the soak, huh? So I guessed right, it was Prick. It won't be long now before you reach the goal. It's really funny because I have autocorrect on my phone, and whenever it's time to switch over the hentai contest, I say to go through all the posts and click the heart beneath every pic you would fap to. And autocorrect knows I've repeated that same sentence 8 million times, that it's immediately suggesting the next word in the sentence before I tap it. Except for the word fap. It refuses to autocorrect or give me the suggestion of fap, even though it knows that's probably what I want to type. It's like, it won't do it. Shame on you. It won't be long now before we reach the goal. What was the deal again? We go to the Fountain Plaza when the counter hits 9,998. Then BB puts on some kind of special show. And then we finish off by going up to the Burj Khalifa, right? Yeah, but not today. I'm too tired. Good idea. Then let's finish up our shopping and head back to the hotel for today. So I finally finished showing you all around Dubai. I wish we could have spent more time together. I wonder if we'll get another time loop this year. Please no. Please to God no. No more looping. Section 12. I hate Ashia Dolman. He's so fucking annoying. Hence why I ran him over in my video. Tomorrow's our last day here. Aren't you worried? Who, me? Me? The Dread Queen of Kur? Don't be silly. Okay, maybe I was a little anxious when this all started. But now I just keep thinking about why. The why of it all. The why, huh? Specifically, why did I end up like this in the first place? Now that we're coming up on our last day here, if BB really was behind it, then, like Lip said, she would have done something to mess with me by now. I mean, she is Space Ishtar. Or, sorry, Space Ereshkigal. She is not proper human history's Ereshkigal, right? Or is this supposed to be her thinking she is proper human histories, only to find out she's actually the Servant Verse one? I don't quite get it yet. I remember that the whole deal with Hawartoria was originally because of BB. Was it? Really? Because of her again? It's always her. But instead, we haven't seen her at all since she gave us those credit cards at the mall. At the time, I already had this horn, but she didn't say or do anything about it. Maybe that means it may not be BB's fault after all. I don't know about that, but seeing as how nothing else has happened, it might just have been some kind of naturally occurring phenomenon. At least that's what I'm thinking now. It's still kind of unsettling that I can't seem to smell death anywhere in this city. Am I gonna roll for Passion Lip? No, I am not. I'm gonna roll for Tenochtitlan, and that's the main thing. I thought there was a chance things might be different at the soak, but they weren't. I wonder, could that have something to do with this? Maybe there's just something about this place that doesn't agree with me, like how certain climates give some people headaches. At any rate, I'm sorry I've been making so much trouble for you, but at least that should be over with tomorrow. You know, to be fair, it's less the time loop and more the fucking obsession with Dojinshi that was really annoying. Oh, that was so annoying. Thank you for everything. And I'm sorry I put you through this. Without spoiling it, did you already get to the end of this story's part? I know where it's headed, but I did not read the cutscenes that led to it, which is what I'm doing right now. So no, I don't know how it gets to that point. Don't be. It was no trouble at all. Anyway, whatever happens tomorrow, I'm just glad my issue didn't ruin summer vacation for everyone else. And I'm really glad I managed not to mess up anything while serving as your guide. It's nice to know I can still be useful even though I'm slow and clumsy. I feel like I may not have contributed much to the security detail, but it may be that my mere presence deterred potential threats. Yeah, giving yourself so much credit. So I think I'm going to give myself a well-deserved pat on the back. Okay. I think we're all pretty worn out, so let's call it a day and rest up for tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Meanwhile, it looks like we have actually a chance of finishing our trip without incident. Which is not to say we should let our guard down just yet, but since nothing's really happened so far, what happens if she comes back to Caldea with a horn? It's really starting to look like it was just some weird natural phenomenon, don't you think? I guess I could see something like this happening naturally. Hopefully, everything will be wrapped up nice and neatly tomorrow. That's the best future we could hope for. That being said... Percival? Sorry, it's nothing. Either way, tomorrow's the last day of our trip. Whatever happens, we'll just have to do the best we can. Indeed, none of us here have forgotten our top priority. I will do what I must, come what may. Ugh. What are you doing, Karna? Who's there? Oh yeah, you. Ready to give another sticker? Good evening. It's me, BB Lily. Kazura drop. Looks like you had fun. All had fun at the soak. You took so long to get here that I took the liberty of waiting in your room. Ooh. Oh, how, could you lower that dangerous-looking spear? I'm not your enemy. Then I'll rephrase, what are you doing here? Why, it's time to reward you, of course. Do I like pancakes? They're okay. I think I like waffles more than pancakes. I was very impressed by what I saw of you at the soak today. Now may I see your hand? There's no reason to be especially impressed by him. What is this? It's your great job stamp. Your hard work today proves you have what it takes. That stamp just makes it official. I'm relieved you accepted it without any pushback. I was on the edge of my seat, wondering if you might counterattack with that spear of yours. There is a lot we still don't know about you. I get the feeling you're more than just a guide. But, like you said, I do get the sense you're not our enemy. That's all. Thank you, and that concludes my job here. Your job, huh? If you mean your guide work, you barely showed us around. If you're referring to a different job, what is it? Oh, just a little insurance for the various things that are about to happen. Oh boy. Oh boy. What does that mean? Your team waffles, they hold together better under the pressure of heavy syrup. Yeah, and they're just fun. The shape is fun. I'm not worried. I'm not afraid. I'm just curious. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I know that's what I told her, but... the truth is, I can't help but be a little... Why did I turn into a beast? Why is the scent of death nowhere to be found in the city that can measure joy? Humanity. Why is she... Ugh! How am I supposed to sleep like this? You don't need to. I mean, you're a servant. Maybe I should try going for a walk. I mean, they do say moving around helps your mind off things, or helps take your mind off things and makes you sleepy. You enjoy them heavily at IHOP? Yes. I like IHOP in concept, that they're open usually 24 hours, but I feel really bad for the employees there who are probably making jack shit pay, and most IHOPs I've been in, the buildings are really, really gross and decrepit, like probably health safety violations with black mold in the ceiling or something. It's just, it just never looks clean. Slowly, slowly. I really don't feel like seeing anyone right now, so... Oh, I know. I just remembered this hotel has a gym. Want to pump you up? Perfect, I'll go there, get some exercise, and clear my head. I don't see anyone here. I hope it's okay if I go in without asking. We're here, and yes, it's perfectly okay. Yeah, this gym is for hotel guests, and you're a guest, so it's fine. As for us, we're part-time personal trainers. We usually work at other gyms, but today we're on duty at this hotel. You can just call us guy and girl, respectively. That is so stupid. Okay. So, where would you like to begin? The bench? Dumbbells? No, I can see from the look on her face that she's here to clear her head. The treadmill is what you need. Follow me. Nah. It's better to do muscle training, because it burns fat even after you're done. Days after you're done, whereas... treadmill's just for cardio. And cardio's good too, but I think people who are trying to lose weight focus too much on it, from what I've heard. You don't have to go fast. The important thing is to just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. I don't understand what they're talking about. But this rhythm I've got going is helping clear my head. I love your hat, by the way, though it does seem like it might be getting in the way right now. Even so, I'm not taking it off for anything. Besides, it's basically my treasure. That's great. It's not often people find real treasure in this city. It's been a very long time since anyone bought or bartered for anything, too. Really? Now that anyone can get what they want when they want, treasure just doesn't mean what it used to. That sounds a little ominous. Don't you two have anything to say? I thought a trainer's job is to give advice. Let us ask you something first, if answers are what you want. If we're reading you right, you're looking for a complete physical and mental detox. You can tell us what's on your mind. Well, let's say, hypothetically, purely hypothetically, can you think of any reason why someone might suddenly turn into a beast? Huh? What am I saying? Should I really be talking to these people about this? Yeah, why not? Both my body and my head feel so warm and light right now. I'm not sure why, but I get the sense I can trust them. What's your favorite kind of Mexican food? Tacos, quesadillas, enchiladas, probably burritos. I like burritos. They're the more bang for your buck. They remind me of the feeling you get when you're hopelessly lost. And then you look up at the night sky. You see nothing but the empty blackness of space and unfamiliar stars. But then, you see the pale blue light of the moon shining down on you, just as it always has. And you remember, you're not alone. I see. So you're worried this someone has suddenly awakened to some sort of bestial nature hidden deep in their DNA. Well, don't worry. That's not the only way something like that happens. Yeah, there's probably some external factor at work, like an accidental collision from another realm or something. This city's in a pretty unusual state. It's not at all impossible that you... I mean, this person might have unwittingly synced up with a version of themselves from another world. There you go. Is the moon cell channeling the servant verse or something? It could be a form of interdimensional quantum entanglement, or it could be something else entirely. But either way, that doesn't make it your fault. In any case, as long as you don't approve of what this beast is about, I think the synchronization will fade on its own. You're saying you now. Whoops, sorry, purely hypothetical, obviously. So, it'll go away on its own? I see, that's great. Really great. Okay, that's enough. Time to hydrate. Great job. Huh? When did it get so late? Whew. I might have just gotten so caught up in running I lost track of time. That's the great part about exercise. You're not trying to accomplish something. You just do it because you want to. It's the most natural thing in the world. So, do you feel better now? Or is there something still on your mind? I'm sorry, I don't remember what we talked about very well, but... Yeah, I do feel better. Mentally and physically. I think I can get a good night's sleep now. That's great. Glad to hear it. Maybe we'll see you again someday if there's something else we can help you with. If nothing else, we can always help show you the way. They're very uncanny, teaming up to converse like this. I sense ulterior motive by always being where other people are. Huh, I thought I'd be the first one here. Good morning, Sarah. It really is a good morning, isn't it? I slept so well I actually woke up earlier than I expected. That sounds contradictory. Looks like she really woke up on the right side of the bed today. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Cut it out. Anyway, today we finally head to the fountain. I wonder what BB has in store for us. It better not be a letdown after all her big talk. Yeah, I've been wondering the same. How's your little, condition this morning? Oh, that. No change so far, but that meant I was able to almost forget about it for the night, too. Like I said yesterday, I think we might just be able to close out this trip without incident. Remember what we said back at the beginning? Sometimes things that happen suddenly end just as suddenly. And that's looking more and more like the case here. Now that's some positive thinking. Good morning, Senpai. Good morning, Areshkigal. You're both up early today. And if I'm not mistaken, Areshkigal looks happier than she has for days. Maybe this means she knows her problem will be resolved today. If that's true, it would be great. Let's just say I was eager to get going. Besides, it looks like you're up pretty early too, no? You're right, I am. I'm looking forward to the show BB promised us at the plaza, and getting up to the Burj Khalifa afterwards. I can't wait to see the view from the tallest building in the world. Oh god, sluggish much? Good morning. Oh, I can't believe it's already the last day. But no more of that. I'm not going to let this bring me down, no matter how heavy I might be. As long as I have this swimsuit you gave me, Sarah. I'm the best, most dependable guide in this, in all the Sakura 5. You've done a great job showing us around, Lip. Depending on social or environmental pressures, one can drop into a REM state much faster and wake up more rested in a shorter time frame. That is true. You are true about that is correct. I always forget that. It looks like everyone's here. Then with that, let's get back on the bus and head to the plaza in front of the Burj Khalifa. Here we go. Hey, the seal's broken. Nothing's stopping us from going inside now. So now that our time in Dubai is almost over... Yes, Master? I think we can all stop pretending we don't know what's going on. Huh? Huh? What are you talking about? I figured as much. Mashu, since you could tell something was up with Master after spending so much time with her, it only stands to reason that the reverse was true as well. Put differently, we should have known there was no way we could hope to hide this. So wait, doesn't this mean our attempts to be considerate to each other ended up twisted into something weird? Did we really need to keep quiet all this time then? Of course we did. Keeping up appearances can be more important than you might think. The main thing is that we all shared a common goal, enjoying summer vacation together. And because we all worked together, we succeeded. I think that about sums it up. But hang on. Tlama Kazkui. If you're bringing this up now, it must be for a reason, right? Of course. Of course. BB is called A's ally, but she might not be this time. If we have to fight her, it's important that we're all on the same page. Understood. So you're prepared to oppose her, even if you haven't ruled her out as an ally. Got it. A plaza next to a water feature. And a bridge. I see they clearly referenced a certain first-class water top city when they built this place. She waiting for us? What's happening? It's a fountain. Whoa, it's them! The heroes who are going to max out the joy counter! It's Master Sarah and her servants. Man, she looks so sharp and dependable. You can tell she deserves to be the last master of humanity. This is so sketch. Now we can relax and cheer them on without any worries. I'm sure this wrap-up is going to be amazing. Bravo, brave Chaldeans! Bravo, our perfect goddess, BB Dubai! Bravo, Earth's legacy, our newest and greatest modern city. They're all so excited about this. I guess they must be here for the ceremony. BB said she would show us to the Burj Khalifa's observatory once we maxed out the joy counter, right? I think we would have enjoyed our trip here even without that, but I certainly don't mind being celebrated like this. This is how ceremonies honoring cities ought to be. Of course, I'm very used to seeing red carpets, but still. Whoa, the fountains just kicked in. Damn, look at how high they go. They remind me of giant geysers I saw on planet Yellowstone. Of course, there's a whole planet for that. Of course, those were naturally occurring traps that would send anyone who accidentally stepped on one into the stratosphere, but still. Welcome, everyone. Congratulations on making it to the Fountain Plaza. As promised, I'll be putting on a special show to fill that last notch on the joy counter. And after that, I'll show you to the Burj Khalifa's observatory myself. Coming right to the point. Since sadly, you'll be heading back to Chaldea now that you've completed your mission. I thought you could show the people of Dubai just how brave the last master of humanity really is. Here's an idea. What if you were to fight a single special battle during the fountain show? Of course, your opponents would have to be strong enough to give you a good run for your money. So you want us to have an exhibition match? I guess that's okay. Please be careful, Sarah. This is BB we're dealing with after all. You just know she's dramatically underselling how strong your opponents will be. Oh right, Passion Lip, you're still here. Well, I guess that's okay. Now that it's time for the grand finale of your Dubai sightseeing tour. A rematch with everyone you fought so far. Please enjoy your deluxe extra long battle, everyone. Now, I think we already skipped that battle, but it's showing off all the servants in the background. It was kind of cool. But it was just a celebratory, keep attacking until they're gone thing. Thanks again, everyone. That was incredible. I felt like I was watching one of those premium sports matches you have to pay to tune into. Huh? When did BB slip away? I'm glad XX Alter and I thought to go over the fight on the other side. That was a great workout. There really is no better battle than one against a friendly rival. I can't believe BB even prepared a three-dimensional dummy model of that mysterious executor person. She must really be rich. It was very well made as models go, but I do think one mysterious figure is plenty. Look, that was the last bit of joy. The counter's about to tick over. Hooray! Oh! Reshkigal. Reshkigal? Oh my. We got fireworks. In the daytime. Woo! As Reshkigal collapses. It's a little hard to appreciate that. Ah, what's that sound? It sounds like it's reverberating through the whole city. It looks like every joy counter in the city is going off at once. I'm also hearing party poppers and seeing lots of star mines, or fireworks, going off. Congratulations! Congratulations! You did it! You finally did it! Humanity has completed every last task. Now we can finally move on to the finale. So many nines. Part of the joy counter just moved aside. There were this many digits hiding behind it? It just grew like Pinocchio's nose gone haywire, too. And wait, now there are even more numbers packed in here? What is this? The total joy for all humankind has been maxed out. There's nothing left for you to do. Now at long last you can all go away for good. Yeah, that's not how any of this works. Congratulations! Congratulations! Congratulations, humanity, on your graduation! Huzzah! Congratulations! Yeah, that's weird. Get away. Ah! Stop that! Cut it out! Good little boys and, boys! Hands off the tail! Stop tugging on it! Ah! The crowd's swallowing me up! Literally! Oh? Hey, you got his regular face back. No, stop that! No touching, please! No tugging my tail! No getting on my back, either! This is well beyond acceptable fan behavior. That's enough! Stop that! Stop it! Stop! This is weird as shit. They don't seem to have any hostile intent, but they're still pushing past everything in their way. I know what this is. It's an avalanche. A natural threat that mercilessly swallows up anything in its path. Isn't this, like, really bad? I get that they're smiling, but if this was a horror movie, it'd be the part where they rip us all apart, wouldn't it? So shouldn't we be running for it? But what about Ereshkigal? She's definitely in no condition to fight. I'll leave her in your care. Support her until we've reached somewhere safe. Of course! How are we gonna get out of here? The way back to the mall is already blocked by the crowd. I don't know why they're doing this, but they're still citizens of Dubai. I'd prefer to get past them without hurting them. It was just from the Queen of Sheba's spell, disguise the vehicles. Except I could have sworn I later saw camel red hood, not red hood, red hair earlier. Like, outside the context of that race. Maybe I'm wrong. I could fly back to the airport on my own, but of course, I would never actually do that. What about your giant robot, Tenochtitlan? Couldn't we use that? I forgot she had that thing. Don't be ridiculous. I have to be on green earth to form my heart of the city. I might not have been able to use it, or I might have been able to use it if we used the heart to travel directly to Dubai. But even if I could form it now, it would be impossible to push these people aside without hurting them. I can only use my fingers delicately on Tlama Kazkui. Any other human I try to pick up would just go splat. So it's a matter of motivation, huh? I understand. I can't perform at my best unless it's with someone of my type, either. Isn't that right, Miss Shufu? Even in a crisis, your hair is still as beautiful as ever. Hey, here's a thought. Let's leave the creep here as a distraction while the rest of us escape. Oh, I just thought of a place without any people. The path to the Burj Khalifa. The citizens are all coming from the mall, so the Burj Khalifa should be deserted. That's it. Come on, everyone. We'll make a run for the Burj Khalifa. Run away! Run away! Run away! In the big old elevator. Well, we made it. It's going up very slowly, but it doesn't seem like it's going to stop along the way. I know the plan was originally for us to go up to this observatory once the joy counter was maxed out. But I'm not really in a mood to celebrate. I wonder if this is another one of BB's schemes. She's caused her share of problems, but she's never done anything to outright harm Master like this before. I don't know about that. Huh? What the? Lip, do you see something? Ah! Take a look outside. This... What about it? This isn't Dubai. It's not even Earth. We're on the moon, but we could never tell because the sky is fake. Are we in a dome? Are we in a little bubble? Are we in a bubble? We're on the moon. The whole city of Dubai is a fake, and it's on the moon. What? What the hell? What the hell? The entire Dubai is sus, mighty sus. Well, hello there. Welcome to my room, everyone. This is your final destination for this summer, a museum from which to oversee humankind's final moments. Thank you so much for maxing out the joy levels. AI like us couldn't pull that off. Which is why I decided to have a human from the 21st century, that is you, help us. Now, at long last, we can begin the election to decide how humankind will end. Oh, but I can see from the looks on your faces that you don't know what I'm talking about. Well, basically. Thanks to all of you, we now have permission to eradicate humankind. From whom? Who gave you permission? It was a piece of cake, too. As easy as tossing out a bunch of worthless old papers. In so many ways. It was a perfectly pathetic annihilation for such perfectly pathetic intelligent beings. You're not BB, are you? Except this could totally be BB. This could be BB! Ouch, how could you say that? Of course I'm BB. I'm an AI created by by humankind to preserve and manage it. Come to think of it, your goal was to go back home to Chaldea, right? To return to your homeland where the rest of humanity's biosphere is, right? Forgive me for laughing, but that's hilarious. I can't think of a funnier joke. No, an entire comedy. You want to go back home? What home? This is the year 3019. You're in Moon Dubai, a city built on the lunar surface. I'm afraid there's no one left on Earth anymore. Oh no. Where is everybody on the Earth? Oh no, what is this? Ordeal Call 3. Bella Novae Humanities something. Well, there you go. So that's what it was. It was just a quick reveal. You're on the moon! Humanity's gone! On whatever the fuck this ordeal call is. So, yeah. We've been on the moon this whole time, but there's still one more little event for us to read through. Dubai's white walls and black bikinis. Show me the bikinis! What is the context? Dubai Mall, second floor, bookstore. Whoa! Another incredible bookstore. Brill. Didn't you tell me, that we would see who that person, Eris Utsumi, was talking about? Doesn't look like that's gonna happen this stream. What's going on? It may not be as charming as my personal favorite bookstore, but with such an amazing selection, I can only bow respectfully. Yes, that's right. Sir Palamedes used to talk about this all the time. He would say that the planets in the Middle East star system, past the Sandstorm Nebula, were the cradle that cultivated modern civilization and academia. Now then, let's see. Oh, oh. They not only have my usual go-to fiction novels, there's no shortage of practical non-fiction books. Perhaps because this is a finance-focused city. Either way, one of the best parts about the real bookstores over online ones is browsing books from unfamiliar genres. Ah, it was Takeru. Gotcha. Well, that does make sense, doesn't it? However, jumping back and forth between he and she in the same sentence is still a really, really weird way to go about it. Take this one, for example. 90% of villainy is who says it first. Yeah, that makes sense. Rich villain, destitute heroine. Love it. I've only read the title and I'm already sold. The 666 Habits of Highly Efficient Villains. Isn't that way too many? No way I can do them all. Everything goes well if you wear a swimsuit. Everything goes well if you wear a swimsuit. If you want to go viral, get a useless dog. But a dog isn't useless, and if you're going viral because of your dog, then the dog isn't useless. You've created a paradox. Just eat. The villain diet. Life is Schrödinger. Calorie-free thinking. The life-changing magecraft of eradicating your enemies. It drops in just 2 days. I thought they said it was coming out on the 9th, and today's the 25th. Maybe I read that wrong. How a teen girl went from 0 EXP to the most infamous Magecraft Academy in the British Empire in 1 amazing year. That's a terrible title for a book. Fuck that shit. It's like those light novel titles. Miss, could you use this cart, please? Oh, whoops, I didn't realize I was carrying so many books. I'd like to have these all sent to my hotel. Put it on my personal, mysterious black card. Thank you for your purchase. Very nice. That is the most satisfying shopping I've done in a long time. But it also looks like I spent too long here. There are so many other stores I haven't visited. Not only that, it's already noon and... I'm... hungry. Dun dun dun. Okay, why is that so dramatic? Alright, time to find a place to replenish my energy supply. It's lunchtime. There better be a food court in this mall. And of course, a mall this enormous must be absolutely packed with places to eat. I do like the mall. That is so weird. Does that mean that there are players who don't actually have to do Ordeal Call 3 to do, like, Ordeal Call 4? Because it's a time-gated event? Oh man, I'm too late. Every restaurant is already packed. Get in line. It does look like there are still a few empty seats here and there. But what would be the point of coming all the way to Dubai if I just got a hamburger or fried chicken from the same chains I always go to? That is true. Don't do it. Oh, hang on. I smell something spicy and juicy. Now that smells like local cuisine. I'm pretty sure Ordeal Call 3 will be treated like the Tunguska event, where the main story still progresses, even if we miss out. Weird. Does that mean you can get to the ending of the game without actually doing the ordeal calls? Like the ending on JP that everyone's talking about? Even better, it's not too busy right now either. Is that just shawarma? Shawarma. Shawarma. I don't like how it's spelled. Too many letters. Shawarma. That's what it is. Shawarma. Shawarma. The ordeal call becomes permanent in February, so you eventually do have to do it. That is so dumb. Imagine waiting 5 to 6 months to finish a main story quest because it was time limited. Yeah, that does sound really, really dumb. Is this some kind of kebab? Honestly, it looks really, really good. But I can't. I don't know why, but it just feels like something heroes eat. I wonder why. Perhaps there's a certain movie that preyed upon that concept? Fine. I'll just have to go somewhere else. Because if people just skipped the ordeal calls, that would defeat the entire purpose of why they're there in the story. Good thing I marked that place down for just this kind of scenario. Rapidly moving through throughout Dubai. I'm so hungry! So hungry! Hungry! Damn it, I don't have time to take the bus. It'll be faster if I just run. I remember it well. It was an unassuming food stand. A little shop at the souk in old Dubai that practically radiated local gourmet aura. It had something that looked like perfectly round croquettes. Oh, or maybe deep-fried meat dumplings? I almost missed it thanks to all the many new and unfamiliar sweets they had, too. But whatever it was, I'm betting it's the king of Dubai junk food. That stand will satisfy my cravings for authentic Dubai cuisine. I just know it. Old Dubai, souk area. Whoops, that was close. I almost went from quick speed to stampede again. But now I've found it, and it's open for business. One serving of those freshly fried, crispy, crunchy, round, golden brown little rolly things, please. Oh, good timing, little miss. I was just about to close up for the day. That's miss, not little miss, thank you. Anyway, is my timing really that good? Well, yeah, you caught me right after a big spender bought out nearly all my stock. What, you never had a falafel before? Well then, how about a little taste? Oh, thank you, don't mind if I do. Falafel, the food of villains. This is good, really good, but not at all in a way that I'd expected. Right? Your face says it all perfectly. The taste and texture are all nothing like I could have predicted, and this exotic aroma is utterly tantalizing. If there was any historical figure, male or female, you'd want in Fate Grand Order as a servant, I've said this before, dai-chan from Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I'd like to see her in Fate. The taste and texture are like nothing I could have predicted, and this exotic aroma is utterly tantalizing. I also thought this was made with meat, but it doesn't seem to be. And this almost gritty mouthfeel doesn't seem like anything like potato croquettes either. You're driving? Be very careful being on the phone and driving. It's unabashedly spicy, yet it's also mild and easy to eat. You said this is called falafel? That's right, there's no meat in it at all, but you'd never guess that from how satisfying it is, right? It's made by mixing mashed chickpeas, onions, and lots of different spices together, then frying them up. Give me just a sec and I'll fry you up a fresh batch. It sounded more like electricity than frying. Ugh, that was so satisfying I accidentally flashed back to the servant verse while I was walking. Ah, delectable. I'm so glad I didn't compromise and go with some other, more convenient shop. I don't buy that man's modest insistence that it was just another regular food stand for 1 second. Not to mention, I was surprised to hear the big spender who nearly ate him out of stock was a guy with sunglasses who looked like a big White Castle wall come to life. Wow, I didn't realize I'd wandered into a much busier part of the marketplace while I was thinking. Well, since I'm here now, it'd be nice to finish off this meal with some classic Dubai sweets. I'm fairly sure I saw a bunch of sweet shops all around this old soak, too. At least I thought I did. But looking around at all these shops lined up together... Hello! You can really tell Dubai doesn't exactly have many things to call its own. For example, most of the candy shops out here are Indian. Whoa! That looks sweet enough to absolutely obliterate my taste buds. And Arab sweets like kanefi and baklava are sure common in Turkey and Egypt too. Surely. They must have been brought here through trade, and by religious people coming here on pilgrimages and whatnot. But that's not all. There's something else, too. I may not be able to see it clearly in this moment, but I can still tell they have something in common deep beneath the surface. A past when these countries were defeated by a greater power and forced to submit to their rule. Okay, so what happens if you don't play the summer event or Ordeal Call 3, but then try to play Ordeal Call 3 later? Are you just fucked if you don't play this summer event first? Is it forever locked out? Or does the story just kind of pretend you did the summer event before jumping into this? The past when these countries were defeated by a greater power and forced to submit to their rule. Those wounds always leave scars. Scars I'm fairly sensitive to. Their lingering feelings and pride can be sensed in the shadows of daily life, the architecture, and even the subtle details of the sweets they adapted. The number of countries who have never been ruled by another are the exception to the rule, and by a wide margin. It becomes a main interlude? Does that mean you just... It's like an event that you can play at your own pace then at that point? Well, no, I'm saying that's what happens. If you start trying to play Ordeal Call 3, but you never did any of this event, what would it look like on the story? Would it just assume you played it and just keep going and saying, fuck you, you didn't play it? Or would it try to summarize the events of an event you didn't actually do? It's nothing to be ashamed of. If anything, countries like this should be proud of how they've managed to flourish. According to the history book I flipped through at the bookstore, Dubai was originally a small fishing village. It also explained that it eventually became home to pirate forces strong enough to rival European nations. Just say rip through, rip apart, I don't know. I'd have thought these people were desert citizens through and through. But they were actually pirates. Villain that I am, I can't help but be intrigued. I wonder if there's somewhere I can learn what happened to this city before it became so rich. What's he doing here? Oh, he's the White Wall. He just went into a traditional building. Looks like a mansion in the desert. Old Dubai Historic District. I see there are a number of similar buildings here too. What is this place? Oh, a museum dedicated to the history of Dubai. This seems like exactly the kind of place I'm looking for. My stomach is still craving dessert to cap off that delicious meal, but I think it can wait while I check this place out. These events are making me hungry, goddammit! Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Perfect, I'm just in time for a short film. This looks suspiciously like the movie theater from Ordeal Call 2. In the Dream Tokyo. Dubai was once a small village that subsisted on fishing and whatever pearls its fishers could find in the sea. The oval-shaped town was surrounded by earthen walls, goats and camels were kept as livestock, and many of the houses were made with palm leaves. Over time, this region, a strategic point along the Strait of Hormuz, began to see ships from Europe's colonial empires passing through its waters. Meanwhile, the northeastern regions of Ras Al Khaimah and Sharjah organized a military fleet to oppose the British East India Company. Sir Percival. To my shame, I had difficulty remembering his name when I first saw him here. Of course, I realize he's not the same Percival as the one from the Servant verse. There, he is a peerless knight and my nemesis. But even if he is a member of Chaldea, he's still a servant just like me. My amnesia must be even worse than I thought. Or maybe there's another reason I can't seem to remember him. It was then that a ferocious naval war broke out in the waters near Dubai, a place the British Empire now feared as a dreaded pirate coast. When the situation escalated to the point where the captured British merchant ship Minerva was refitted as an Arab flagship, Britain ultimately decided to send out 2 major expeditions, which would prove decisive. What a fascinating museum! I especially liked the hands-on corner, where you could smell the different kinds of spices commonly used here. The ambergris stuff was particularly potent. Hi there. Hello. I thought that was you. You seemed quite engrossed in the pavilion's exhibits. Forgive me for not saying hello sooner. Not at all. You were simply being considerate, not disturbing me, right? Miss X, was it? Yes, that's right. I'm X. So what were you doing at this museum? Percival? Well, I first started researching this city so I could better guard Master and ensure this mission's success, of course. But over time, I developed a personal interest in it as well. Okay, so, fun fact, if one does not manage to finish Ordeal Call 3 in time, while it is limited time, any progress from the limited run version is retained when it releases permanently. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't end up having much free time to pursue it, but I thought I could at least take a look around the places I was most interested in when the opportunity arose. I see. So you're a serious sort. Perhaps too serious. As for me, I came here in search of more local sweets. And speaking of which, it's snack time now. I was planning to look around the soak again and see if I could uncover any new dessert roses. So you're off in search of ever greater sweets? Wonderful! And from the look of it, you already have your eye on a particular shop or two. Very interesting. Fortunately, I still have some time of my own. Would you mind if I accompanied you? I guess that would be okay, but I don't want them running out, so I'll order first. Otherwise, I'll have to fight you to the death for whatever they have left. From what I see, Percival, you tend to eat too much of a single thing. If I were in your shoes, I would prefer to sample many more different delicious things, never eating my fill of one, so that I was left with nigh infinite unforgettable memories. That sounds challenging, but also like a great learning opportunity. I've tasted so many different flavors in such a short time before. I've never done it. That was delightful. I should have a great many interesting stories to share with Director Gordolf when I get back, too. I think this bounty of flavors may be a result of people drinking far less alcohol around here. Of course, there's no reason a grown man should feel bad about enjoying sweets, but I do appreciate it not being an issue here. By the way, X, there's something I'd like to ask you. I don't know. I don't think at any point in a stage of being a man I've ever felt deterred from getting something sweet, like ice cream or whatever. It's like, fuck no, I want that shit. Hell yeah. You started playing Fate Extra CCC today. You're aiming to finish it before Ordeal Call 3 drops, so JRPG speedrun time. Yeah, that's pretty fast. If you're trying to do it in the next couple of days. By the way, X, there's something I'd like to ask you. What do you think of this city now that you've seen it for yourself? What do I think? Is that part of your research too? It is. I can't possibly give a thorough evaluation of the place all on my own, after all. What stood out to me was the almost solemn cityscape built upon a fountain of peace. The rich, diverse cuisine. The magnificent art dedicated to God, and the way it so warmly welcomes tourists while maintaining a sense of discipline. But now I would love to hear what you think, if you don't mind. Good question. If I had to pick, I guess the thing that stands out to me the most is the sense of loneliness. Loneliness? That's just my interpretation. Feel free to laugh at me for going against the grain. I would never. Please, go on. It's a loneliness tinged with nostalgia, envy, and pride. That impression only grew stronger after I learned more about the city's history at the museum. Their submission to another country's rule under the guise of protector after they lost the war. The imposition of an unjust peace after their future was stolen. In the end, everything came down to military force and other great powers unilaterally acting in their own interests. I can only imagine how the people in the city must have felt after being forced to submit to such an overbearing reign for 150 long years. I wonder, what would have become of this city if oil had never been discovered here? It was only a few decades ago that the coastal countries in this region, including Dubai, banded together to form a confederation and win back their independence. From the standpoint of history itself, that is practically the blink of an eye. In those scant few decades, the city has undergone incredible growth, unlike anything the world has seen. That growth must have been the source of a great deal of joy for its people. You can clearly see their pride in the city from the way its skyscrapers seem to rise directly from the desert sands. And yet, I think they also realized what all this sudden growth was causing them to leave behind. The chaos of the soak in old Dubai. The few historic buildings that still exist around the museums, complete with their weathered earthen walls. They must be this city's roots, its precious memories. I think it's nothing short of a miracle that they still exist, while there are still people from the previous generation who remember what things used to look like. And yet I doubt this city will ever stop marching along the path of progress. Indeed, that's why it seems so lonely to me. I see. Master told me this girl from another universe has the same face as King Arthur. Is still missing some of her memories. So I can understand why she would be drawn to this city's past and sympathize with its struggles. At some point, every powerful city will be forced to make a major choice. A choice to determine who they are and who they want to be, because nothing stays the same. Thank you, X. That was confusing as fuck. That was very insightful. I'm deeply grateful for your perspective. Oh, is that so? Buy me food, then. Is that what she's going to say next? Come on. Does that mean you'd be willing to treat me to a round of that cutting-edge VR drone game they have at the mall? Drone game? I'm sorry, but I really must be getting back to guarding Master. Damn it. It's no fun playing a game like that without an audience. I was so sure I could set a monumental new score, too. One as high as the Burj Khalifa. Oh well, I understand. I suppose I'll have to be content with sipping lemon mint juice from the hotel's night pool while I dig into my new books. That sounds as far from loneliness as one could get, at least to me. Well, I never said I was on Dubai's side. If I get the chance, I'm considering seizing control of it and turning it into my own base, filled with golden gourmet delights. Is that so? I see, I see. Then it looks like I'll have another thing to keep an eye on in addition to my guard duties. That was it, huh? I was hoping that would be funnier, but it wasn't very funny at all. None of this is funny. We're on the moon, goddammit! We're on the moon! Does Dubai have an abundance of cheese? Ordeal Call 4 requires Ordeal Call 2 and 3. Ordeal Call 2 did require Ordeal Call 1, and I misremembered. The final chapter does require Ordeal Call 4. So, yeah, you kind of have to do them all. That's what that sounds like to me. Alrighty, well, only 2 hours to finish off that bit of story. They're really paced in different ways. Yep. So, yeah, as soon as that Ordeal Call 3 comes up, I will be setting up a stream for that as well. And once that's done, I will be putting together a large lore video that includes this summer event and Ordeal Call 3 in one big kaboom! So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, celebrate your fandom.